We are here at the GSM in Europe Regional Forum 2024. I have Diane, and I'm glad to have beside me Mr. Arnaud Bonfoy. He's the Marketplace Director of GSM Global. And I would kindly ask him to say a few words, to send a message to the Romanian companies, to the Romanian sellers that are acting in e-commerce, and also for the marketplaces, for the industry. So, if it is possible, two messages, one for the sellers and one for the industries.
Okay, thank you. So we start the marketplaces. Uh, what we are doing at Just One is try to build the trust and to help you build the trust with your consumer and with also your sellers. And we think that the global standards, Just One global standards, budgeting, and all the services that are provided behind with Verified by Just One, for example, are key to that because with that you can try to get correct product identification in your system. We have catalog without duplicate or with less duplicates, with less jetting and jacking and any issues that you can have today with product identification. And we are working on that with the community, with Andre, to make sure that in the future you can have like you can build more trust in your product, in your catalog. It's also something that we think is quite important in the future. It's regulations. There's a lot of regulations coming into EU, and we want to make sure that the standards and the services from GS1 can help and support the compliance part that you will have with incoming EU regulations like DSA, DMA, or also the global product safety regulation in the future. And we are also looking at new innovation, a new way of working for your marketplace processes with Digital Link, with 2D in the future.
Yeah. And what would be your message towards the sellers? What's the added value of the licensed GTs, or as everyone knows them, the EANs, obtaining for GS1? What are, on a few words, the benefits for their business, and what are the risks for their business if they use barcodes from other sources?
Okay, so it's quite easy. In fact, marketplaces are using more and more digital standards, 15 and EN in their own processes. And so at the end, ultimately, they rely on that. So if you are using numbers of product identification that are not part of JS1, you may face the risk to encounter any issues, problems with the marketplaces in the future. And it's also really important in terms of interoperability, working with other marketplaces abroad, outside of Romania. If you work with IMAG and then you want to work with other marketplaces in Germany, in Italy.
Yeah, by the way, IMN, International Marketplace Network, the co-founders are EMAG, T-Price, County Price, and Kaufland from Germany. So the matching of the listings between the four marketplaces in Romania, Germany, Italy, and France is made for licensed GT or EM.
Exactly, and this is how it works. In the future, marketplaces will work with an extended network of partners, solution providers, other marketplaces, regulators, and they will all use the same system because at the end, that's the GS1 GTN, the global standard that is used by all of these stakeholders.
So to wrap it up a little bit for the sellers, the added value proposition is that by using GS1 EANs, licensed GTNs, they can avoid future delistings after they have invested in product listings, pictures, ranking on the marketplace. And they can, by not having licensed GTs, they risk delistings from the marketplace and lose all their work. But by using licensed GTs, licensed EANs obtained directly from GFN MOs, at least they can be sure that they won't have future problems caused by the so-called barcodes.
And you have also other benefits of using it, like in terms of visibility, for example. The just one rating is one of the key attributes used by Google worldwide, and being able to provide a just one rating on your products give you higher ranking and better visibility
Yeah,
in your own system.
I have seen also a case study from Google by using licensed GTs, licensed EANs from GS1. They saw that there was an increase of 40% for impressions and 20% on conversions.
Indeed. Indeed.
So that's another added value. Thank you very much, Arnaud.
Thank you, Amari.
And see you around, see you at the future events. And I can assure the seller communities and the marketplaces back home in Romania that we work closely with GS1 Global and we have their support. We send the feedback from the market. They help us find the solutions in order to serve the industry, whether it is the marketplace or the sellers. So we work for you. Thank you.